Hi everyone, and welcome to Coastal 101. I'm John Kelly. Today we got a fun episode. We're going to talk about cast iron cooking. And with us today is our cooking expert, Jalet. Jalet, welcome.
Good morning.
It's great to have you here. So tell me, this is fascinating to me. So what is it about cast iron cooking that is, say, better than our conventional cooking? There seems to be a movement to using it. Why is that?
There's a connection back to our heritage, back to cooking with real food instead of opening a can. And people are learning that there's an advantage because you get your daily iron every time you cook a meal.
Oh, that's because it's so porous and it just really...
It just leaches right out into the food without imparting a flavor. It can be a real connection to your cooking. Maybe it's your grandma's favorite recipe you get to spend time with, or maybe you're just trying to get something before soccer practice. Both of them are a great reason to use cast iron.
And this goes back, I'm sure, even beyond the pioneer days, isn't that right? Wasn't a cast iron skillet one of the most essential things they brought over?
Absolutely. If it came down to weight and something had to go, you'd keep your cast iron skillet before grandma's quilt.
Okay, so I see you've got two here. This is obviously the nice one and the one that's ready to go. But this one here, it looks like you've cleaned part of it. And I'm assuming this is actually how you find a lot of cast iron skillets. Is that right?
Yeah.
So how did you do this? What went into cleaning that?
Well, to clean the whole thing like this would be something where you've got all the rest, which is what most of these are found in found conditions, like if maybe an antique store, grandma's garage, or something like that. The other side was actually worse than this, and it probably took me about 45 minutes, something like that.
Did you have to use a scrubber for that? Or?
I did. What I did is I picked up a pumice stone and chore boy, just a little copper scrubber, and I just take it and just rub it until it's smooth. Rub at it.
Gotcha.
And I'll take a little bit of water to lubricate it, and then rub it this way. And once it's smooth, just rinse it out, and then we're ready to start the seasoning process.
Okay, so there's the magic word, seasoning. So what does that entail?
To get it cleaned up and oiled, which you just use lard.
Okay.
You can use Crisco and other products, but they tend to leave a stickiness that lard doesn't, and it's incredibly cheap, so it's a great option. And just smear a coat of it all over it. You're going to put it on heavy, like sunscreen in Florida. You just want to get this as coated as you can, inside and out.
Now, how come you do it on the outside?
Because the outside needs to be seasoned as much as the inside does. If you don't do that, then it ends up getting rusty as well. It's also what allows the flavor to bake into the pan without ever actually having a flavor.
I gotcha.
So you just grease it all up.
Okay.
Good coating.
Okay.
Then you're going to turn it upside down and onto a cookie sheet, put it in the oven overnight at 200. You're not going to get up and check on it. You're just going to leave it there. And what's going to happen is it's going to turn black. So just like this was rusty. Whoop,
and slippery.
Like a greased pig. So where it went from being rusty, it's going to turn black.
Okay.
Like this side. I baked this last night. Starting about 11 o'clock in a 200-degree oven. All night long, I got up in the morning, I wiped out what was left, and you just have that satin sheen that's left. And you'll see on the edges, you'll see on the edges that there's like a little bit of black stuff in there.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's seasoning, so stop trying to get it out. Leave it.
So
you're successful.
So you really can over-clean these?
Yes, you can. And when you over-clean it, all you've done is shoot yourself in the foot for a great, easy meal the next time.
I gotcha.
Ideally, I would do this one more time because then it's going to turn as black as this one is.
It's got that nice sheen to it.
This is perfectly seasoned.
Okay.
This is perfectly seasoned. Now, if I wanted to cook something like saute vegetables or something, I just take the same amount of grease I had left on my hands, just wipe it.
And that's it?
Or a pat of butter, and I'm so ready to go.
Wow, okay. Wonderful. Do you have to clean it every time, or are there some foods you have to do that and some foods that you don't?
Well, just like with Teflon, there are things that you end up actually kind of going after it. But once it's seasoned, it is very non-stick. Yeah, I mean, it really is. It's why it's one of my go-to things whenever I'm making something, especially if I'm not going to be around. Because all you have to do is take a credit card and scrape it out into the garbage and run a little bit of water in it, and you're done. Don't use soap. Don't use soap because anytime you try to soak this, you're going to find that it leaches out all the oils that you've worked so diligently to put in there. But anything that's nice and oily, like sausage or bacon, if you cook that afterwards, you're good to go.
Because it's kind of already seasoned itself again.
Exactly.
Okay.
It does all the work and you get all the benefit. Compared to most of the things that are on the market today, you're going to find that it retains the heat longer. You can cook at a lower temperature, or you can cook at a higher temperature because you're not going to ruin the pan. These are so heavy that they're designed to cook over an open campfire and not warp on you. So once you get a good cast iron seasoned, you can take it with you camping, or you can put it on the back of the stove all day to simmer your soup if you'd like.
Wow. Well, you've done two things. You've made this really, really easy, and you've made me really hungry. So this is a great introduction, Jalet. I really, really appreciate it. So thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
And we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. So